Let's get started. Today we're going to build a house in Mikey's bed. But before we do, we need to eat.
Right, so eat the cookies I baked you.
These cookies are really good.
Wait, JJ, isn't Mikey standing outside our window?
Huh? Oh, what are you doing, Mikey? Get out of our yard right now.
I heard that you decided to play a prank on me and do something to my bed. But this time I won't let you realize your evil plan.
Uh-oh. We have to stop him before he does something terrible.
Come quickly, he put some strange green dynamite in front of the house. Mikey, put that dynamite away right now!
Mikey, I don't know what you heard, but we weren't going to do anything to your bed. You heard it. It's not true.
Of course you were talking about it literally just sitting at the dinner table. So now I've decided to prank you.
Wait, let me talk to you and we'll talk about it. I was just kidding. I didn't mean to do anything to your bed.
I don't believe you. I'm sure you're up to something.
Why don't you put the dynamite away and we'll part ways. Forget our differences.
Only the pressure plate in front of your door can activate it.
Ugh!
What's going on here?
Run! The house is going to blow up.
Oh no, this is our house. This is all your fault, Mikey.
It's not my fault. It's baby JJ. He pressed the stove that caused your house to explode.
Only half of our house is left of our house. Our kitchen is destroyed and the cookies exploded along with our walls.
I tried so hard when I made these cookies and you blew them up.
It's your fault you blew up your own house. But I'm sorry about the cookies too. But next time you'll think of something else you want to do to me.
So get out of here. Sooner or later, we're gonna blow up your house too.
Start by rebuilding your half of the house. And also think several times before you do something nasty.
Of course, Mikey will always be sure he's right. So we need to come up with a revenge plan.
What's there to think about? Just like we planned, we'll build our new house right in his bed.
Genius! Baby JJ. If he destroyed our house, then we should take over his house. Only this time, we have to do it without him noticing.
But he already knows we're going to do something to his bed.
Right, but he doesn't know that we literally want to move into his bed. I know how to get into his house, which requires a hook to climb down. Carefully.
Be careful, JJ, it's pretty high up here.
I'm careful. I just need to get a few things from my secret stash that can help us with our plan.
And what's in this stash?
All different, but all important. Mikey doesn't know about this stash. Here we have a potion that can shrink us, several boxes of different blocks, and 10 ender pearls.
That's a pretty big set. I can see you've done a lot of work. How long have you been planning this?
I just had all the essentials with me and put them here in a chest. So it didn't take me long to plan it all out. I came up with the bed idea literally as soon as I woke up. I doubt we can get into his house now. We need to wait until after Mikey goes to bed tonight. Great! Now that it's nighttime, I'm sure Mikey's asleep and we can get started. Here's a potion to shrink you.
Great. We can finally teach Mikey a lesson for what he did to our house. Let's go to his house right now and break into his room. Then we'll build ourselves a new house right underneath him.
If you get bored at home, you can go into Mikey's room and break things in his house, and he won't even know who's doing it.
From then on, he'll start believing in ghosts, but sooner or later he'll find out it's us. So first, we need to at least realize our idea.
Right! The goal is to do it quietly, so don't get too excited about your options. We can always trash Mikey's place, but for now, let's get into his room. I understand Mikey's room is on the second floor.
Yeah, he's a heavy sleeper. He probably thinks that if he sleeps in his own bed, there's nothing we can do about it. He has no idea what exactly we're gonna do with the bed.
In fact, even I don't understand what exactly you want to do with this bed. How do we get inside?
Sure, we'll need ender pearls to do that. We can use them to get anywhere as tiny as we like.
Really? In that case, we should all use the ender pearls to get inside the bed together. Let's go.
All right, so we snuck into Mikey's bed. As you can see, I've settled in a bit and even built a little farm.
Yeah, and you didn't tell us you were already here.
Sorry, I just originally wanted to see if it's even possible to build a house here or not.
The place here is really a lot. Here you can safely build a huge house and live comfortably. But it's a pity that to be here, you need to become tiny.
Yeah, and there's also a window with a view of Mikey's room so we can keep an eye on him.
That's good. We should always be prepared for the possibility that Mikey might spot us. By the way, I noticed that the wheat has grown, which means you've been here for quite some time.
Anyway, we need to unpack all the boxes we brought in here. That's where I keep the various blocks and useful tools. I think it's time to start building our future home. Better get it done as soon as possible before Mikey wakes up.
You take care of that while we take care of the farm. harvesting and planting new crops.
Yeah, I figured you weren't gonna help me out here, but at least then you'll get to see what a beautiful house I'll build you.
Don't forget we have our main house to rebuild after the explosion.
Yes, of course I remember. But since we are here at the moment, we will build the house here. I don't know about the palace, but I built a cozy little house. Now it remains to fill this house with furniture and details to make it comfortable to be here. At the moment, I'm making the kitchen. Since thanks to Mikey, we don't have a kitchen in the house. At least we'll have one here.
You're trying so hard. What if Mikey spots our house here? We'd lose this kitchen too. So I wouldn't worry about it too much if I were you.
Yeah, but I'd still like to try a little harder. We're going to live in this house anyway, and I want to live in comfort. Of course, we could build a huge cube out of the ground, but that's no fun.
Suit yourself. Just be prepared that we could lose this house at a moment's notice if Mikey suddenly notices us, or if he decides at a moment's notice to change his bed for another.
Our house in his bed looks better than Mikey's house itself. If Mikey could shrink down and see this house, he would be very surprised.
I wonder if he can hear us now while he's sleeping.
Maybe he's already hearing our voices in his sleep.
Maybe we're too small for him to hear us. Well, if he still hasn't made his bed outside, then he can't hear us, or he's sleeping very soundly. That's good for us. I want the house finished by the time he wakes up. I'm almost done. I just need to spruce up a few rooms and make them livable, and it'll be done.
You did a great job. Well done. I like this house a lot better than our last one. I'm sad to know that sooner or later we will have to leave it. It looks very cozy.
Don't worry, we'll build another house just like it, but outside. No, we'll even build a much cozier house than this one. We just have to protect it so Mikey can't blow it up again.
I think we should just give Mikey a good once-over for his shenanigans, and we won't have to worry about defending our home anymore.
Oh, you got a point, baby JJ. I agree with you. We need to teach Mikey a lesson so he won't even think about messing with us. Since we're right under him, I think now's the best opportunity to teach him a lesson.
JJ, do you have a plan?
Of course I have a plan. It's pretty simple. The gist of the plan is that I'm going to talk loudly right now, jumping and running and making noise in all sorts of ways to wake Mikey up.
I thought you were coming up with some grand plan.
Mikey, wake up! Can you hear me? I don't even know if he can hear me from here, but I hope he can. Maybe I should move closer to the window. Mikey, can you hear me? Wake up!
Who dares to wake me up? I woke up to someone calling me. It sounded like JJ's voice, only it was coming from nowhere, and there was nothing nearby to indicate his presence. Then what woke me up? Maybe it's the villagers, or maybe it's something I dreamed. Maybe I should go back to bed. Wait, does it look like some kind of small door? I can't believe someone's taken up residence in my bed. And that window? What's going on in here? Something is definitely going on inside my bed. That's why I woke up, I'm sure. I remember JJ discussing that he wanted to do something to my bed, but I didn't think he'd go for it. Either he's put someone in there, or he's living there himself. I need to find a way to get him out of there. I have an idea, but for that, I need to go downstairs and search my trunks. I think JJ missed the hot summer, so I want to remind him what's in store for him in a few weeks. Let's hope he doesn't take high temperatures too well. Since I'm going to pour lava by my bed so JJ will feel the heat and run away from my house. Just in case, I'll fence off the lava with signs to keep it from spreading throughout my house. And I have to be careful not to get burned myself. Since I haven't slept well, I can make a lot of mistakes. We also need to put out the fire immediately so my house and I don't burn down. The only house that will be destroyed is JJ's, but I need my house intact. I hope JJ doesn't keep me waiting too long. I'm sleepy. Now the whole bed is engulfed in lava. If JJ is lucky, he will be able to escape from the bed in time to save himself. Worst case scenario, he burns up. But I'm fine with both, since I'm more interested in sleeping. We'll have to figure out how to put out that lava.
The heat is unbearable. I don't know what Mikey did, but he definitely knows we're here, and he wants us out.
He probably decided to burn his bed and us with it. There's a lot of fire in here. We need to put it out before we get burned.
I'm on it. I've got ice and buckets of water in my trunk. I got them just in case it gets hot in here, and for good reason. So now I'll put out the fire and we'll figure out how we can answer Mikey and keep our house.
There's no point in defending this house anymore. Once Mikey knows it exists, he won't stop until it's destroyed. We have to get out of here.
There's no way you're leaving. If Mikey had seen us, we had to finish the job. Make sure he couldn't sleep tonight. First, we need to fix the fire, or we'll be sick from the heat. Not to mention the fact that we could burn to death. It would be glorious, but it's unlikely. More likely, he'll blow up that bed with a rocket launcher or something else he can think of. But he'll remember this night for the rest of his life. I promise you. Like I said, I have a plan to brighten his evening.
You must have plans for everything. Whenever I hear from you, you always have a plan for everything. Do you have a plan for going to the bathroom too?
By the way, I'm a forward thinker. It's called foresight.
Whatever, but you'd better tell me if you've put out the fire and if there's still a fire somewhere.
All the fire that was in here I put out. Now I'm just setting up our house with ice so the fire can't hurt it anymore.
And if the ice melts, our house will flood.
We'll be gone by then. Or the house will be gone if Mikey finds another way to destroy it.
I was getting used to this heat. Although, wait, maybe it's because you put the ice in here. Good job once again.
Thank you! I'm doing the best I can. Anyway, it's a temporary solution until Mikey comes up with something more original and something to make us leave this place. We're over the first hurdle and excited to see what Mikey's gonna do this time. Maybe he'll go the opposite way and decide to freeze us all in here.
A couple minutes ago, when it was hot everywhere, I didn't mind being frozen. But now I don't feel much like turning into an icicle. I hope Mikey doesn't have any devices that can do something like that.
I don't think he has anything like that. I'm so sick of this heat, I just need a dip in some ice-cold water to make it go away as soon as possible. Oh, that's better. Now we can keep torturing Mikey to keep him awake. By the way, I think he's gone back to sleep now that he's not trying to destroy our house. In fact, he should be grateful to us for putting out his bed, which he set on fire and is now sleeping on.
He certainly won't be grateful to you for that. Why don't you tell me what you're up to? More specifically, what's the plan you were talking about?
The plan is that I brought some music blocks with me, and now I'm gonna make my first song for Mikey to listen to while he sleeps. I don't promise it will be soothing, but I want to make music that will energize him. Energy to stay up all night, of course.
Oh my god, I don't even want to hear what kind of music you're gonna play.
I think it's time to close my ears and save.
So, where's your support? I put my soul into my art, including the music I am going to compose now. So listen up, everybody. Keep your ears open.
I think to kick us out of this house, Mikey would just have to give you blocks of music.
Oh, wait, I haven't even started playing yet, and you're already saying my music is terrible. Wait and listen.
All right, let's hear what you can come up with.
Wait, I haven't completed the mechanism yet. As soon as it's ready, I'll start playing the music blocks right away. As far as I can remember, I'm doing everything right.
Okay, I admit I was wrong. There really is something to this music, so you're not a JJ anymore, you're a DJ. Have you thought about changing your name?
I like my name so far too, even though it sounds funny. Maybe I can actually make my own music with music blocks, play somewhere in the villages, nomadic, and traveling from one village to another with my music. Why don't you guys perform with me too? Let's start our own band.
Great. I want to be in the band as a guitarist too. I've always wanted to learn how to play electric guitar.
I think we're only going to play note blocks, not musical instruments.
That's okay. Music blocks are a cool tool too, and the music is kind of peculiar. I can't even tell if I like it or not. I think the worse music we play here is the better. After all, we should just keep Mikey awake.
I think Mikey's gonna love this music. I can't even imagine how he feels when there's music coming from his bed to keep him awake. If I were him, I'd have gone to sleep next door a long time ago.
Mikey doesn't let his pride allow him to leave things as they are. He doesn't like the chaos in his bed, so he can't sleep until he solves the problem once and for all. I'd give anything to see Mikey's face listening to this right now.
I'm so tired of listening to them. How annoying they are! I need to come up with something immediately to help me kick them out of there. I won't rest until this problem is solved. I will not let anyone move into my bed without my knowledge and disturb my sleep. So now I'm ready to go to the extreme. First, I have to get all the lava off my bed. Great! Now that I've cleaned up all the lava, I can warn you again to get out of here immediately while you can. This is not your house or your bed. Get out! They don't seem to want to listen to me, so I know what to do. I've got a flare gun in my chest. Now I hope they listen to me or I'll blow them out of here with this bed. Since I can't kick them out of my bed, I'll have to destroy it. Too bad. It was my favorite bed. I've got plenty of ammunition with me, so I'll have enough to kick them out of there. Here you go. How about it? Still want to live in my bed? Why isn't it being destroyed? How did they reinforce it so it just hangs in the air? They made me destroy my house. No, they destroyed my house. It's their fault. No matter how many times I shoot this bed, it's still hanging in the air unharmed. What do I do with it? How do I destroy it? Is that even possible? Has this bed always been indestructible, or is it that they reinforced it? All right, fine. Take this bed and live in it. It's your new home now. I'll give you that. Because it's useless to shoot at this bed now. It doesn't care if there are explosions near it. I've got a better idea. I think less stable from the old house where I've already blown up one wall. It's about time to finish what I started and completely destroy their old house, now that they've decided to move in. I think they'll be very surprised that when they get out, their old house will be gone. How did they not realize I could do that? I wish they had fortified their house like that instead of my bed. But now there's a huge hole in place of their house and I'm satisfied. Bye, everybody.